Well, yeah, okay, that's cool. But I'll fix it up for you. I'll get some tape. Put tape on it. It looks better that way.
That's fine. We're live. We got audio, just so you know. Good morning, you guys. Just waiting for a few more people to get the live notification. And we'll get started. Happy Sunday, everyone. All right. Looks like people are getting that live notification. Everybody is jumping on, so we'll go ahead and kind of sort of get started. So good Sunday morning, everyone. It's Bridget with Horse Auctions USA. We're live once again, and we are back at Jones Livestock Auction in Jones, Oklahoma. And it is our horse special. We do a few of these specials a year here at Jones, almost always on a Sunday. And always a good time and a good turnout and a great set of horses. And that's what we expect for today. Real quick, we'll go over the schedule. Ed, while you're standing there, Ed, wave to Facebook. Our auctioneer, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ed Norris. You'll be listening to him this afternoon. The schedule today, we have new tack at 10 o'clock. For those of you watching out of the area, we are on Central Standard Time here at Jones. So it is currently 9:04 where we are. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 10:04. Just to kind of keep everyone, I know sometimes the time zones mess people up. So we're on Central Time here. So 10 o'clock, just about an hour away from the start on new tack. Tack is in person only, guys. We do not do tack online. And then at 1 o'clock, it is horse sale time. Now, horses will be live online. And we have right about 130 head expected for today. We do have a catalog, and that is online at the moment. And it is not yet complete because I have a bunch of people who weren't sure of their schedules and whether or not they could come. And then I had a ton of calls late Friday and throughout the day yesterday from people who are coming who weren't able to get their horses information in. So right now you're going to see lots of to be announced sprinkled throughout the catalog. And I'll be filling those in throughout the morning as I get the horse information for those numbers. And then we've got numbers that I need to add in still. So again, looking at right around 130 head. We're going to start the sale with a little set of ponies. I believe there are 13 of them in all different colors. It's like a little herd dispersal. So we will start those. They will have 3-digit tag numbers. We haven't assigned their numbers yet, but as soon as I do, they'll be posted. So again, we'll start with those and then we'll go right into catalog order, starting with hip number 1. So while we're here, it's time to do the online bidding video tutorial. So for those of you who are with Horse Auctions USA regularly, for our Jones folks who are with us for the Thursday night livestock sales, when we do those online, this is going to be review and old hat and nothing new. But for those of you who are new, and we do have a lot of new people, you may find this useful. I can type out all the instructions or I can show you. And if you're like me, it's a little bit easier if you're actually looking at stuff. So let's kind of just go over how to navigate the online catalog, registering to bid, and what bidding will actually look like for you. So what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to change the view that you have. So obviously you're looking at the ring right now. I'm going to change this so you can see my computer screen. And maybe you'll find that helpful. So bam, that's what I'm looking at now, guys. So first and foremost, the first thing I want to tell you guys is if you're not watching us on the Jones Facebook page right now, I'm going to encourage you, if you're on Facebook, to go to Jones Livestock Auction on Facebook. This is what the page looks like. You can find us by searching Jones Livestock Auction in the search bar. Pop on over there and give the page a like. And we sure wouldn't object if you shared it as well. And the reason I say that is we'll be posting lives throughout the day on the Facebook page. That way you don't miss, any good stuff. So yeah, definitely give the page a like and a follow, and we would sure appreciate a share, but at least a like and a follow so you don't miss those updates. But on to the online catalog. So two different ways to access the online catalog and do the online bidding. The first one that I want to cover is the app. So if you are planning on doing the online bidding today, we'll ignore the virus protection thing here. If you're going to use your phone, your tablet, any mobile device, I am going to strongly encourage you to download the Horse Auctions USA app. And the reason I say that is that it is formatted perfectly for your phone, your tablet, for mobile devices. It just has a really nice layout. It's super, super easy to use. And I've got over 12,000 people who have downloaded that app. And overwhelmingly, people find the app super, super easy to use and pretty convenient. It is available free to download in the Google Play and the App Stores. So you're going to go to the appropriate store for the device you're on. If you're on an iPhone or an iPad, you're going to go to the App Store. And if you're on one of the Android products, you'll go over to Google Play. In the search bar in your store, you're going to type Horse Auctions with an S at the end, USA, just like you see here. And our little icon and stuff will pop up, and you just click get or download, whatever your store tells you, and you are off to the races. For those of you who, I'm live right now. For those of you who prefer to use your browser, you guys are going to go, and I'll just type it in here so you can see it. You're going to go to bid.horseauctions with an S, USA.com. I'm going to recommend that you use Google Chrome because it is the most up-to-date browser. However, you can use whatever browser your little heart desires. It'll work on all of them. Whether you're on the app or the browser, the rest of this is pretty much the same. When you first open the app or you come to this page on the browser, it's our landing page. And you'll see a few different sales here. And then like later on, we'll have all the July sales added. So the one we're talking about today is Jones. So you're going to click View Auction right here. And if you're on the app, it looks like this. So this is what the app will actually look like on your phone. And it's a vertical view of all the sales. And so you'll click View Auction. What that is going to bring you to is an index, if you will, of the animals that are consigned. On your browser over here are the basic stats about the sale itself. Important contact numbers, important bidding information. I'm going to encourage you to familiarize yourself with that if you haven't yet. And then over here is an index, right, of all the animals. So you can just kind of scroll through and see what we got coming. So how do you navigate when you see one that you like? Let's say we like Bella here. So you're just going to click on Bella, click here, and boom, that brings up Bella's complete listing. All of her details are here. The first photo will be this. And if they have a video, it's going to tell you in the heading that they have a video. That's always going to be the second one. So if you click on that second thumbnail, boom, there's your video. Okay. So that's how you navigate that catalog. Same thing in the app. Scroll down, find one you like. We'll look at Bunny here. Bunny says she has a video. Here's all her details. First thumbnail is the picture. Second thumbnail, if they have a video, is the video. And then if there's more pictures, just like that. Okay. That's how you navigate them. There's a search option here, guys. So if you're looking for something very specific, like I said, when this is completely updated, we'll have right around 130. So it's not like you've got to scroll through 1,000 head. But let's just say you're pressed for time and you only want something very, very, very specific. I don't know. Let's just go with barrel horse. Like you're looking for a barrel horse. Type in barrel, right? You can type it up here. Let me do that again so you guys can see. On the browser, you've got the search bar up here. You also have this little search glass. And on the app, you have the search glass. Let me get to it here. See it here? So that's where you would search. So if you're searching for something very specific, you would type that word in there and search by whatever word you want. So that's just a quick way to find whatever if you're looking for something very particular. So registering to bid. Let's get into that. You are going to notice that it says register to bid under each and every horse here. Does not matter where you click register to bid as long as you are in the Jones sale. So pick a horse, any horse. I'm just going to click this one, register to bid, and it's going to bring up this screen. Now, this is very important. If you have never, ever been with Horse Auctions USA before, don't put your email and your password here because you don't have an account yet. You want to go down here where it says no account sign up here. You're going to click that. You're going to go ahead and put in your information, definitely check that you want to get the bidding notifications, and then click continue, and it's going to walk you on through. For those of you who have been with Horse Auctions USA before, you guys are the ones that are going to put your email and your password in. Now, if you were a registered bidder for Jones Livestock Auctions livestock sale Thursday night last week, you still need to register for this. You do need to register for each sale individually. A very important thing about registering to bid, guys. Unfortunately, the times we live in require that I make sure that you on that end of the computer are a real person over the age of 18 and that you have the funds to actually pay for a horse should you be the winning bidder. That means you got to put a valid debit or a credit card on file to register. We are going to do a $500 pre-authorization on the card you register with. And I'm sorry about that. I hate it. I know it's inconvenient, but I have to protect the barn's interest in mind too. I need to make sure, like I said, that you are who you are and you've got some funds. So this is not a charge, and this is very important. If you have mobile banking, 9 times out of 10, when that pre-authorization goes on, you're going to get a little notification from your banking app, and it's going to look like a charge. And inevitably, one of you will call me panicking because I just charged you to register. Again, it's not a charge. If you actually get into your banking, you'll see it's kind of sitting there pending. And what happens is at the close of the auction, when everybody has been contacted, all the bidders are all settled up, we release that and it goes away like it was never there. We don't quote unquote refund it. It just evaporates, vanishes into thin air like it was never there. So just be aware of that. You do not have to pay for your purchases with a card or with that card. If you are an existing Jones Livestock Auction bidder, and you have check writing privileges. And again, you have to be an existing bidder here. You guys know if you have check writing privileges or not. You need to have been here at least 3 times, and like purchased items at least 3 times recently. And at that point, they generally approve your check. So if you are approved to write checks, you can certainly pay with a personal check at pickup. Anybody can pay with cash at pickup, or of course you can use your card. There is a convenience fee on cards. So what'll happen when you're a winning bidder is the office is going to contact you, and they'll go over when you're picking up and your payment method, all that jazz. All right, so now that we got the registration stuff out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and sign into my bidder account so you guys can see what it looks like once you are a registered bidder. Okay, so now see how things have changed? I'll show you something very important. The first thing I want to show you is that my name is now up here in the upper right-hand corner. It's a really good habit I encourage everyone to get into, that whenever you go to the website or you open the app, that the very first thing you do is make sure you see your name. And this is why. When you are registered to bid, you see now the register to bid prompts have changed to bid and all that good stuff. When we go live, if you're bidding live today and you're registered and you're logged in and you're good to go, so when we're live, you'll be able to bid, right? You can go along with us and keep right up with the auctioneer. If you're registered to bid, but you didn't log in and that horse you've been waiting all afternoon for comes in, you're not going to be able to bid because you're not logged in. And by the time you get back out here and log in, the horse will be sold. So that's why I tell people, just get in the habit, make sure you're logged in. That way that does not happen to you, because that's a rotten thing to have happen. So now, like I said, you see that you've got bidding prompts. Why does it say bid now? Because the sale doesn't start, as you can see here, for 3 hours and 43 minutes. Well, because you can either bid live when we're live this afternoon, or you can place absentee bidding. Works a lot like eBay for those of you who have used that. The reasons that you might want to use absentee bidding. Number one, and the most obvious, is maybe you just got stuff to do today that is going to prevent you from watching. Maybe you got to work. Boss doesn't want you buying horses while you're working. Perfectly understandable. Maybe you got a family thing, whatever. Just got something to do. Reasons that people don't think about. If you live in rural America, and if you have horses, you probably do, you may or may not have reliable internet or cell service at your home or wherever you're going to be. So this is a problem when we're live, guys, and here's why. It's an auction. It's fast-paced. There's no delay on my end, but I have no control over what's going on yours. So if you live in rural USA with poor internet and you've got lag on your end, there's a very good chance that live bidding is going to cause you to miss a horse, right? Because that information is only going to transmit as fast as your internet service will allow it. And if it doesn't get to me before the auctioneer says sold, there's nothing I can do. So think about that. You guys know, you know what kind of internet service you have where you are. If that applies to you, you might want to consider this. The third time I'm going to recommend that you consider this option is if you are a person who finds high pressure situations and making decisions in them stressful. Buying a horse is a big deal for most people, and auctions are pretty fast. And so, if auctions are not something you're super familiar with, and you find that when you're pressured and there's a time limit, you kind of get panicky, maybe this is a better option for you. This way you have time to really kind of shop these horses. Several of them, like this horse here, this one, there's several that have really extensive videos and stuff, show you a lot ahead of time. It gives you the time to kind of think about them and really consider what you want to spend, and then go ahead and place that bid. So those are all the times you might want to think about using that. I'm going to show you how to use that in just a minute. But before I do, I want to just touch on the placing a live bid, a really important feature. And I'm doing it now because once I place a absentee bid, I can't do this. So you see how this, let's say we're watching live today. I'm going to push view live here. There, right? So let's say we're live, right? We're assuming we were live, and you've got your view here. If we were live, this little bid thing, this is going to change as the auctioneer goes, right? 1,000, 1,250, 1,500. So this is going to change to whatever the auctioneer is asking for. And when you want to bid, you're like, okay, yep, I'm going to bid. So you're going to say, yep, I'm bidding 1,000. You have not bid yet. See how I clicked it and it says confirm bid? Because you have to click twice. This is to prevent accidental bidding. That's never a good thing. So you have to click twice, guys. So I've clicked once. I'm going to click again. Now there's no question that I am the high bidder. It's changed to green, and it's very clearly telling me I'm the high bidder. So for those of you who will be bidding live today, remember that. Click once to bid, and if it says confirm bid, you got to click again. Make sure that you see this. Otherwise, you are not the high bidder, okay? Absentee bidding. Over here, next to that bid button, you see how there's a little drop-down thing? If you click that, it says create a max bid. And it's going to let you put in a number. I'm going to put in a low one here because I want you guys to play with this practice lot, this lot 0. So I'm going to put in a low number so you guys can knock me out. So I've thought about this practice lot, and I really like it. And I like it this much. Oh, and see, it's going to force me to increment. It's going to make me to go 1750. There we go. So, yep, that's the maximum amount I want to spend, and I'm going to place that bid. So what's going to happen? Is the computer just going to put me in at 17 and a half? No, and here's why. From the minute you place that bid, the computer is your agent. I was already the high bidder here at 1,000. I just put in a max bid of 1750, and the computer said, "Yep, you're good. You're still sitting here at 1,000." So it's not going to do anything with that. It's not going to move my bid, not $1 until someone else. So if one of you comes in and you bid 1,250, that's when it's going to jump my bid up, right? It's going to put me in the lead, keep me in the winning bid for the lowest possible amount. Okay. So don't be afraid to put your max in there. The computer is not just going to automatically put you in at that. It is not going to do that. The computer is going to be your agent. So again, a good option to use. Some of my folks who do have rural internet, what they have found works really well is they place their maximum bid, and they still plan on watching live, but just in case things get doggy on their end, they'll place that maximum bid. And then when they're watching live today, your max is 1750. It's looking good. It gets up really close. There's nothing to prevent you from jumping in live or increasing that bid. So that option is available to you. So that's just kind of a cursory look at how things work. Again, this practice lot here, this lot 0, I'm going to encourage you to come over here and play with this. If bidding is new to you online, this lot 0 and only this lot, do not do this in any of the horse lots. This is a free for all. You can just place whatever kind of bid your little heart desires, and it doesn't count. That way you can kind of see what it looks like. I will do my very best. You can do absentee bids now on this, but I'll do my very best just before 1 o'clock to make this bid live so you guys can kind of interact with me in a live bidding situation. I can't promise. It's going to really depend on if TAC runs right up until 1 o'clock, but I will do my absolute best to make that happen for you guys. So I think those are most of the basics. I want to pop over here. Let me switch your view again to the ring. Let's go here. There we go. So I'm going to do my, like I said, absolute best to get on with you guys just before we start the horses so you guys can do the live bidding thing interactively. I'm going to encourage you to register for online bidding prior to 1 o'clock. That way, if you do hit a snag, I am available to answer the phone and help you. Once we go live with the horses, I'm up here reading pedigrees and running the internet. can't really answer my phone. I'm stuck with texting. And even then, that's kind of hit or miss because it's pretty busy up here. So do register to bid prior if you can. I mean, you can register in the middle of the sale. There's nothing to prevent you from doing that. I just can't help you troubleshoot. Probably the most common problem people have is an address mismatch. Make sure the address you use matches the address for the card you're registering with. That's usually the biggest problem. It's a fraud thing on your bank's part, and it's a good thing to have. So if you run into a hiccup, that's 9 times out of 10 what it is. Again, my name is Bridget. My cell's 336-904-8903. You can call me or text me. If you call and I don't answer, I'm probably on the other line. Shoot me a text. I will get back to you just as soon as I can. Thanks, you guys. Like I said, keep checking back for that online catalog. Make sure that you are following Jones Livestock Auction on Facebook because we'll be doing some live updates throughout the day. I'll catch you guys back here live in a little bit.